because you bend the knee to the orange Jesus, as you refer to him across the aisle. That's what this is about.
Republicans in the House Homeland Security Committee voted to advance impeachment articles out of the committee against DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Members voted along party lines in an 18-15 vote. Now, the full House will cast their votes, but with Republican holdouts, it's really unknown whether or not they are going to be able to impeach Mayorkas. It would be the first time in nearly 150 years that a cabinet secretary is impeached. Big numbers from the Decision Desk HQ. More than half of swing state voters would vote against former President Donald Trump if he is convicted of a crime. That's according to a new Bloomberg Morning Consult poll. 53% of voters in the 7 battleground states say that they would not back Trump if he is found guilty of a crime. And if Trump is sentenced to prison time, that number increases to 55% of voters saying that they would not back him. Moderate Republicans striking back? Taking a page out of the Freedom Caucus, a handful of moderate New York Republicans briefly blocked business on the House floor earlier over a tax procedural vote. Now, while they ultimately moved along, sources tell me it was designed to send a message to Speaker Johnson that the moderates are sick of being sidelined. Their beef is over the Trump-era tax cuts that capped the state and local tax deduction at $10,000. New York Republicans and other GOPers in moderate districts, they've long argued that the state and local tax deduction, SALT, disproportionately hurts them and their constituents. That's because property taxes and income in their districts are way, way higher than in more rural parts of the country. $10,000 in New York City is very different than $10,000 in rural parts of America. A Delaware judge tossed out Tesla CEO Elon Musk's $56 billion pay package, citing the company's board of directors did not prove that that compensation plan was fair. Shareholders sued Musk over the 2018 compensation plan, which made him the world's richest person. The ruling comes as Musk, who sold billions of dollars worth of stock to fund his purchase of X, he's asking for even more control of the automaker Tesla. Top tech leaders will testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee in a hearing examining online child safety. Top tech CEOs from X, Snap, Discord, TikTok, and even Meta's Mark Zuckerberg are all going to be grilled by lawmakers about what they're doing to keep kids safe online. Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell will brief reporters after the Federal Open Market Committee meeting today. It's the first FOMC meeting of the year, but don't expect Powell to announce a rate cut, even as inflation continues to trend downward. That's likely not going to happen until a few months. That's what Wall Street analysts have priced into their forecast. Speaking of the street, tech earnings missed expectations. They were high expectations, specifically in their artificial intelligence portfolios. But one bright spot was Alphabet's YouTube ad revenue, which soared to $9.2 billion last quarter. And in case you missed it, Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce, and it's getting a lot of buzz here in Washington, D.C. because, well, of course, why wouldn't it? Joining me now with the latest is the Hill's Director of Audience and Social Media, Sirachi Rai. Sirachi, there has been a lot of conspiracy theories about Miss Americana. What's been trending?
It's pretty bizarre, actually, but there are a lot of people talking about it and a lot of people who believe it. So we have to kind of talk about this and say at the offset that there's really no truth in any of these rumors, right? There's this rumor going around on social media that, the NFL is rigged, and it's all this nefarious plot to get Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce to endorse President Biden in the 2024 race. Now, all of this started after the Kansas City Chiefs kind of secured their place in the Super Bowl. But, it's really come out of the left field because all Taylor Swift was doing was she was on the field to support her boyfriend. And she's coming off of this amazing Eras tour where she's, really cemented her place at the top of her industry. She's done really well. She had a hit movie that was nominated for a bunch of awards based on her Eras tour. She's going on a global tour and she's dating this really popular football player, right? So it is interesting to see all of these rumors and conjecture around their relationship. Are they in a real relationship? Now the rumor going around social media is that their relationship isn't real. Now, these are all obviously fake. So we have to kind of say that. But it is interesting that this is what is being talked about among some right-wing conspiracy theorists on social media, including a former presidential candidate, Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Vivek Ramaswamy specifically, he really has been at the forefront of these rumors. But yesterday, I interviewed Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she actually did not say that the Super Bowl was rigged. But we've seen this before, whether it's with Taylor and Kanye, Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, Britney and Christina, or Trump and Biden. Am I right?
Exactly. I mean, that's the whole new other feud going on social media, right? The Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj feud. But we have, and this is not new. Let's just be clear about that. I mean, in January alone, there was a Fox News segment by Jesse Waters running this chyron, pushing this claim that Taylor Swift was a Pentagon asset. Now, obviously, the Pentagon came out and said that they're going to shake it off, to quote Taylor Swift, and it wasn't true. But it's just interesting that these are the kind of things that are percolating on the internet. And if you look at the comments on The Hill's Instagram account, quite a few people commenting do believe some of these theories being pushed, which is why it's important to kind of debunk them.
Look, I believe in love. I love love. I support Travis and Taylor. That shouldn't be political. My beef with Taylor, I grew up in Delco outside of Philly. My beef with Taylor is not about who she's dating. It's more, okay, Taylor, you're an Eagles fan. At least wear a little green. Like, all I see her these days is wearing the Chiefs gear. Don't forget that you're an Eagles fan, Taylor. So, respectfully, maybe take a page out of Princess Diana's book and put on an Eagles jacket at the Super Bowl if she does, in fact, attend. Just my 2 cents. I am a Swiftie. But I do feel that I have to say that as a spokesperson for Philadelphia Eagles fans and the Swiftie contingency of that specific sector. So Rakshi Rai, thank you so much for breaking all of that down for us. Excellent analysis as always. And that's it for today's Daily Debrief. My name is Kevin Cirilli. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to The Hill's YouTube channel. And come back here soon for the intersection between politics and policy.